So you're level 70 or higher, and are ready to continue advancing? If you followed my previous video on the note run, then you should be at the area with a little bit of metal on a small hill. There are going to be a lot of dinos wanting to fight you, but most should just be bugs, delos, and raptors, and they will all be low levels because this is the island. If you have bolas and some weapons, you should be fine. I like this spot, as the trees provide cover from those looking for note runners. Here, you can set up a foundation, forge, smithy, and cooking pot, all while staying relatively out of sight. When farming the trees in the area, try to only hit the small ones or go a little bit away to hit the big ones to avoid giving away your position. Quickly get a foundation, forge, and mortar and pestle going. Once you have those placed, grab some metal and start smelting it. While the metal is smelting, go out and find a parasaur to tame. Now, if you would rather not tame a parasaur and get all narco berries by hand, that is perfectly fine. It will just take a bit longer. While it takes a bit longer, you are less likely to get seen due to having a dino nearby. Taming and using dinos makes you easier to find. Let's go grab a parasaur real fast, the speed berry and metal gathering up. This guy is about the perfect level, so it'll be easy to tame and still be useful. Once I knock it out, I'll put berries on it and go back to farming while it tames. Staying near a tame can help you protect it from wild dinos, but also makes you more visible to players. When I come back for the parasaur, sure enough, there's a player on the mana looking for me. When I saw this guy, I was like, crap, I'm gonna get killed or caged and have to refarm all of this stuff to keep making this video. I may even have to wait until a later time to record it. I'm trying my best not to get seen. Most players are looking for movement, so if you can stay next to something that helps break up your shape and only move when they are not looking, you can avoid detection a lot of times. Another trick that helps is going underwater. From an angle and a distance, it's hard to notice anything in the water, and the water helps break up the human shape. If you need air, make sure to slowly come up and not move in any other direction. Then sink back down and swim again. Using these tricks, I was able to get away from the pool air. I'm able to get my parasaur at a later time and use it to speed up the process. If you're going the parasaur route, check out my video covering your first tames. Now you simply gather more metal, narco berries, tinto berries, meat, and hide. As the metal finishes smelting, you will be able to make your smithy and start crafting better tools and gear. You will need a crossbow, metal pick, metal hatchet, and flak. If you really want, you can make a long neck and some ammo, but if you get into a PvP fight, you're better off with bolas and a torch. While working on getting your gear, you need to be making narcotics, some arrows, and some med brews. Med brews are optional, but I find having 5 or so comes in handy. As you gather excess hide or have items you don't want to lose, make sure to make duplicates and so on. You can keep them in your inventory and wait for a drop, then upload the items so you have them for later use. When you set up and start storing resources in your box, do not bother pin coding it. Anyone with a stone tool or dino can easily break the box. You're better off leaving it so anyone can access it. This way they can look in it, take what they want, and leave what they don't. If you pin code the box, they will break it and take what they want anyway, and your other items can despawn. Along with the gear, you are going to need to make a Megatherium saddle and a trap for the Megatherium. The trap is 3 dino gates and 3 dino gate doors, 2 foundations, 4 doorways, and 4 wooden ramps. This ensures that at the next step, you have what you need without having to farm more, but if you want to wait until you get to the area with the Megatheriums to farm this stuff, that's fine as well. After 30 minutes to an hour and a half, you should have everything you need to move on to the next step. Gather it all up and head off to a drop transfer. Just to confirm, you should have at least 1 set of flak, 2 crossbows, 100 trank arrows, 40 narcotics, a Megatherium saddle, 300 fiber, 10 bolas, a torch, a metal pickaxe, a sword, 3 grapple hooks, 4 metal ingots, and a Megatherium trap. Now, transfer to Ragnarok and spawn in the Highlands Northeast. This should spawn you on a beach near some dead wells. If you have the weight for it, you can harvest some wells for some chitin and oil. If not, come back to them later. This is where you will get the chitin for your pterodon saddle and oil for cryopods. If for some reason there are no dead wells along the beach, to the east there is a burnt land area that has scorpions and mantises you can farm for chitin. Let's head north and find us some pterodons. You could tame just one, but it won't be able to carry you at this point. For this reason, I like to tame 2 high levels, or 1 high level and 3 low levels. The extra pterodons are just for carrying items, so I can fly. You can skip this step and walk the entire time with a pterodon on follow, or upload it if you want after taming it. Now that we have located some decent pterodons, let's get them knocked out and tamed. This process takes a little bit of time. If you need to know how to tame them, check out my video linked above. While taming the pterodons, or after taming them, there is a nice shallow cave if you follow a river up in the highlands that has crystal. Here you can gather up some crystal to make cryopods, if you have a metal pickaxe. Cryopods are not necessary, but can make your life much easier when we move to the leveling up part. Once we have the pterodons tamed, we can head over to the redwoods area and locate a Megatherium. The Megatherium needs to be level 120 or higher, unless you have more than one person and are planning on taming at least 2. I've gotten away with level 90 Megatheriums when doing this with a buddy. The reason levels matter is we're going to be using these Megatheriums to hit level 100 very quickly. Ragnarok has a very high level of dinos as a normal, so that's why we're here. You should be able to quickly find a decent Megatherium in the redwoods. Now that we have located one, we need to set up a taming pin nearby, making sure to face the ramps toward the Megatherium. Again, if you need to know how to do this, check out the above video about getting your first tames. Once the Megatherium is tamed, you can slap the saddle you made on the island on it, and head north, dropping down into the desert. Be careful doing this, making sure to dismount at the right times, or have the Megatherium follow you on a pterodon so that it takes no fall damage. Check out my terminal velocity video to learn about how to survive falls. Once in the desert, you can kill mantis with the Megatherium to gather organic polymer. You will need this stuff to make gilly for the next step, and cryopods if you wish to make them. You should have the metal from the islands and oil from the dead wells. The Megatheriums can quickly get you the hide, fiber, and organic polymer to make the rest. Once you have everything gathered, you can head to a drop or obelisk to make the cryopods and prep for upload. Now, what I like to do is use the Megatherium to gather enough stuff to make a second pterodon saddle, then find a drop that will last longer than the transfer timer. If you recall from my transferring video, drops last about 9 minutes once they land, and you can see the 100 on the bottom. Drops count down in intervals of 10, so it would go 90, 80, and so on. At 50, you only have maybe 4 minutes to 4.5 minutes left. Always assume less to be safe. Once you found a drop that works for you, cryo the Megatherium and 1 pterodon. You can then upload everything you do not need, which will be any resources. If you swap to Gilly, you can upload your flag. If you have any structures, go ahead and upload them. Now, if you're light enough, you can use the remaining pterodon to get you to any drop or obelisk. Or, if the timer is good on this drop, upload it once the timer is up. You will lose the saddle this way, but no big deal. This ensures you can use the pterodon to run if the player spots you, or at least to give you some distance so you can prep the fight. If you choose not to make cryopods, you will need to upload the Megatheriums and pterodon through the Dino tab and then put their saddles into the Ark data tab. For the next step though, this is risky as you will be on foot in Scorched Earth looking for a drop or obelisk to pull the dinos out from. We're going to hit level 100 on Scorched Earth within just a few short hours. Keep an eye out for the next video that shows you how to do this. Now that the timer is up, upload to Scorched Earth. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.